what Terry Crews was over on Twitter doing last night. None of y'all tell me what Terry Crews was over on Twitter doing last night. I will address the coonery of our boy Terry, but I think it's worth noting that when we see these types of behaviors from black folks, oftentimes what they're speaking of as like fact really just the result of a personal response to not having had acceptance by a certain black community, and that could be their family, that could be their parents, that could be their their neighborhood, etc., etc., etc. And so there's a certain level of compassion that I think we all reserve when we see that and we say, damn, like, who hurt you? But I think the other thing is that we also have to acknowledge that in that compassion and in that awareness for other people's feelings, we also have to acknowledge that people's feelings can also cause them to do things that can harm others. Cool. And so when we see someone like Terry Crews, people with platforms speaking in this fashion against a movement, speaking in a fashion that creates a divisiveness due to lack of just knowledge and history, though it is a response to their feelings, which might be true, because of their position, their response can be weaponized to undermine the bigger picture. And therefore, they have to be addressed directly. Because they're not just speaking, in casual spaces. They're making declarations. And they have a certain set of power. And when you have a certain set of power, you have to have a certain responsibility for where your voice can go. And even though you have your own personal traumas, that cannot be the trigger that's used to fire at the movement that you're actually a part of by nature of simply being a black man.